We continue Unit 11, solving square root equations. Example 1. The square root of 2x equals x minus 4. The radical is isolated. Square both sides. Squaring both sides gives us 2x equals x squared minus 8x plus 16. Solve for the variable by setting the equation equal to 0. Bring 2x to the other side to get 0 equals x squared minus 10x plus 16. Now we continue factoring our quadratic by finding our target product, target sum. My target product is 16. My target sum is negative 10. The two factors that give me 16 but combine to give me negative 10 are negative 8 and negative 2. These go in my parentheses. Set each factor equal to 0 and solve for x. I get x equals 8 and x equals 2. Now I check. Plugging in 8 into the equation gives me a true statement. So 8 is my answer. But when I plug in 2, I get a non-true statement. Therefore, 2 is not a solution. It's an extraneous solution. Example 2. The radical is already isolated, so I square both sides. Squaring both sides gives me 8x plus 1 is equal to x squared plus 4x plus 4. Now we just need to solve for the variable. Set the quadratic equation equal to 0 and find your factors. The target product is 3. The target sum is negative 4. Set each factor equal to 0, x minus 3 equal to 0, and x minus 1 equals to 0, and solve. My two possible solutions are x equals 3 and x equals 1. Now I need to check for extraneous solutions. Plugging 3 into the original equation gives square root of 25 is equal to 5. That is a true statement. 1 is also an answer. The radical is isolated, so we go ahead and square both sides. Squaring both sides gives us 3x plus 7 equals x squared plus 6x plus 9. Now we have to set everything equal to 0 and find our factors for our quadratic equation. Our target product is 2. The target sum is 3. The two numbers that multiply together to give me 2 but add together or combine to give me 3 are 2 and 1. Now we need to set each of these factors equal to 0 and solve for x. We get x is equal to negative 2 and x is equal to negative 1. We still need to check to verify that these are not extraneous solutions. Plugging in negative 2 into the original equation checks, so x is equal to negative 2. Plugging in negative 1 into the original equation gives the square root of 4 is equal to 2. This checks, so negative 1 is also a solution. Example 4. Isolate the radical first. Bring the negative x to the other side. We get the square root of x plus 4 is equal to x minus 8. Then we square both sides. This gives us x plus 4 is equal to x squared minus 16x plus 64. I need to set my quadratic equation equal to 0. This gives us 0 is equal to x squared minus 17x plus 60. My two factors that multiply together to give me 60 but combine to give me negative 17 are negative 12 and negative 5. So I put those in my parentheses. Setting each equal to 0, I get x is equal to 12 and x is equal to 5. When we plug 12 into the original equation, it checks. So 12 is a solution. When 5 is plugged into the equation, it does not work. So 5 is an extraneous solution. The answer is x equals 12. This concludes this flap in the foldable. Thank you.